from Dante Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Man, oh man, how many times have I told you guys? You can throw the truth in a jail cell, throw away the key, and eventually the truth is going to find a way to break free. The truth will always come to light. And in this situation, that is exactly what happened. Tyson Fury, he just recently did an interview and finally did a tell-all when it comes to the entire situation with Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury corroborated every single thing you guys have heard me call before Tyson Fury even came out and said it. You remember when you race fans used to always say in my comment section, there's no way Deontay Wilder deserves a third fight. He waited for the contract to expire, etc., etc., etc. Well, guess what? Now, the guy that you're defending doesn't even agree with what you said. Because he just admitted in this interview, I'm going to play the clip in a minute, he just admitted in this interview, it was never Deontay Wilder's fault that the contract ended because of the whole COVID situation. And this is exactly why I told you guys there's no way a judge is going to rule against Deontay Wilder and blame him on the rematch clause expiring due to COVID. On top of that, you guys also have to remember there was a time when even Bob Arum admitted that they had even postponed the fight at a time because they wanted to make sure there was going to be a live crowd when this fight happened. Then there's the $80 million. Do you guys remember? I don't know, a while ago, a couple months, you guys may recall, I reported news that Tyson Fury, he was going to have to pay $80 million if he didn't take this fight next against Deontay Wilder. And it was Derek Chisora who originally said it. And I told you guys it was Derek Chisora who said it. And all you race fans, you remember what you said? You filled up the comment section. You're saying this is some BS news. This is fake news. Tyson doesn't have to pay Deontay Wilder anything. You don't know anything. Derek Chisora, he's a bum. He doesn't know anything. And then once again, the guy that you guys are defending comes out and confirms every single thing that I told you guys. Do you guys remember before the Fury-Wilder fight was announced, the third fight? And a lot of people were still saying that AJ is going to be fighting Tyson Fury next. And they were still trying to ignore the Deontay Wilder news or the fight. And all I did was report the news that Deontay Wilder's wife, she just actually responded to a reporter on Instagram. She posted a comment on this reporter's Instagram post, and she said, Tyson Fury is gonna have to fight Deontay Wilder next, or he's gonna have to retire. What did you race fans say to that? Oh, that's his wife. She don't know what she's talking about. She's making stuff up. You're making stuff up, Dante, etc., etc., etc. About 2 weeks later, they win the arbitration, Deontay Wilder does, and then Frank Warren, Tyson Fury's promoter, he comes out and he says, yeah, if Tyson Fury didn't take this fight, he would have had to retire. He had no choice but to take this fight. And this is the reason why I call you guys race fans, because you guys never cared what the facts were. You guys always wanted to say things based on race, based on how you feel personally about Wilder versus Deontay Wilder. It was never about the actual facts. When these race fans talk about how Deontay Wilder is the worst heavyweight ever, he's garbage, he doesn't know how to fight, this is going to be such an easy fight, what does Tyson Fury say to those fans? Slow down, because you guys haven't been in the ring with this man. Deontay Wilder happens to be the most dangerous fighter in the sport, not just the heavyweight division. This is what Tyson said, and he said this on multiple occasions. Deontay Wilder is the most dangerous fighter in the entire sport of boxing. There is nothing that you guys have said in defense of Tyson Fury that Tyson agreed with. Well, the only thing he hasn't admitted to is cheating against Deontay Wilder, which obviously there's no way he can come out and confess to something like that. Just like he didn't admit to the whole having to pay $80 million and all of these things until the judge already ruled against him to where he had no choice but to be honest, right? All of a sudden, the truth is coming out. Guys, I'm telling you right now, it's going to keep coming out. Even with Tyson Fury cheating, mark my words, more truth is going to come out about that story. We are going to get more and more evidence of Tyson Fury cheating as time goes by. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and play this clip of what Tyson Fury said in his recent interview. Check it out, guys.
Champion, I don't care what belt I've got.
So, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm not optimistic that the fight will ever happen.
Okay, so he's talking about Anthony Joshua right now, so you guys are not confused.
To be fair.
You don't think he wants it?
Nah. He talks a good game, but is he really a fighting man? I'm not really too sure. After his last performance where he got stopped by a little fat kid, I'm not sure that he could even
Sounds like me. Sounds like you were boxing me.
Anyway, the talk was me and Joshua were going to fight. No contracts were signed or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, Deontay Wilder's put an arbitration against me from a top judge and all the best lawyers in America. So I can't do anything about that. If you want to bring a court case against me in America, and even if I've not done anything, I've got to defend it or else I'm guilty. And that's how it works. So I said, all right, then let's do it. So they want to go to court and they want to fight for his rematch, and his contract had expired because of the COVID. But to be honest with you, fair is fair, and I'm a fair man myself, and if the shoe was on the other foot, I'd want my third fight. Because it wasn't really my fault or Wilder's fault why the rematch never happened. It was just the world got turned on its head and it didn't happen because of the COVID. So all of a sudden we're in court now and he won the case. The judge said, look, fair's fair, give the lad his rematch, and that's it. So there's not much I could even do about that. So
even if you give me your belt, would you?
No, it's not the belt. It's contracted to me. So it's got nothing to do with the belt. So I could go like that with a belt, bang, and all of a sudden, then me and Wilder's fighting for no belt against each other.
So you would have to fight him contractually, and what, he would sue you if you didn't, and you'd...
Yeah. Do you know how much the suing case was if I don't fight him? $80 million. I'd have to speak to one of them unhappy millionaires, wouldn't I? Yeah, but listen, there's all sorts of stuff goes on behind the scenes, and I was never very optimistic about that AJ fight happening because this was always going on in the background, and they knew all that. Eddie Hearn knew it, Joshua knew it, they all knew it. But all of a sudden, it's my fault. I don't want to fight because I'm a shithouse.
Okay, so first things first, did you guys notice Tyson Fury, he said, okay, so this is how it works. When they bring an arbitration to you, you have to defend yourself. Because the way it works in America, if you don't defend yourself, you're presumed guilty, basically, right? But what makes no sense is Tyson Fury, by his own admission, he paid millions of dollars to defend himself to not fight Deontay Wilder. Instead, he could have just honored his contract and there would have never even been an arbitration. And then all the way towards the end of the interview, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but did you hear Tyson Fury say, Anthony Joshua knew it, Eddie Hearn knew it. He's saying they had knew all along that this arbitration was going to interfere with an Anthony Joshua fight. But for whatever reason, Eddie Hearn kept telling the public for at least a good, 6-8 months, the fight is about to be announced. The fight is about to be announced. He constantly kept telling fans, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is going to be announced. And for a very, very long time, Eddie kept ignoring Deontay Wilder. He ignored the whole arbitration situation as if it wasn't even a factor. Now all the truth is coming out. You keep hearing Tyson Fury say in these interviews, there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you guys didn't know about. Well, guess what, Tyson Fury? I was telling these fans what was going on behind the scenes, and you just confirmed everything right now. The real funny thing is, when I was calling all of these things as they are, Tyson Fury, he would always respond and say, yeah, man, you got a lot of people hating me on YouTube, haters on the internet, and yet here Tyson Fury is corroborating every single thing that was said about him or about this case. This is why I always tell you guys, on my channel over here, when it comes to new media, You guys are always going to get the whole truth, regardless if you want to hear it or not, regardless if the truth makes you cry. You're never going to hear me just making up stuff, basing things off of emotion like these race fans do. Because everything that I say will always be confirmed and corroborated like it just was by Tyson Fury right now. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
What's up, everybody? This your boy, Tony Flow Knight. Hey, make sure y'all go download the new album at www.shelltown5records.com. That's www.shelltown5records.com. Flames is all we got.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big day. SMPs at Scout Carolinas. I need a real restoration. This is my makeover right here.
Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.